I'd be curious to your thoughts on why tech and gaming cafes haven't taken off in North America. It seems like it'd be a slam dunk with gaming becoming super mainstream and popular now.
They don't seem to be doing, as far as my terrible observations can account for, I don't think they're doing as well in Asian countries either these days.
Oh, really?
I mean, I don't know. Because mobile gaming is taking off. That's why.
Oh, but are you talking about like a themed cafe though? Or are you talking about like an iCafe with like gaming computers in it?
Is that not what they're referencing?
No, I think they're talking about themed cafes.
Oh, my bad.
Because like there was that bar downtown that had like gaming themed cocktails and stuff or whatever. Was that what it was called?
Stormcrow, yeah.
Yeah, but didn't they shut down during COVID or something? I think
they at least shut down one location. Looking it up.
Yeah. I guess
closed.
Yeah, I guess the question for me is, what is it? Oh, man, this is tough because I have to confess that when we went to Japan, like went to the Pokemon Cafe, for example, I was super unimpressed by the whole deal. The food was not just not very good, like it was functionally inedible, a lot of it.
Where at, sorry?
In Japan. It was packed, like business was booming, but it was just kind of sucky. And I just kind of wonder if the expectations for a themed restaurant are totally different here, because I wouldn't see a business like that succeeding very well here. Your food still has to be good. Like I've never been, but my understanding
food quality
is
in Vancouver is actually insanely high.
My understanding is even like Hooters has decent food, though I've never been there. That's what I've heard. Don't quote me on that, but I don't think it's good enough to have a theme with a themed restaurant with just like disgusting food in it here. Apparently the wings are great, says chat. There you go. So they used to know about nowadays. The wings are good. Yeah. So maybe that's part of it. And I think that one of the challenges is that in order to have like a gaming themed cafe, it either is like sort of generic, in which case I don't know if it would appeal to people as much, or you'd be paying licensing fees because it's commercial use of the IP. And I think that affects the quality. So like the Pokemon Cafe seems to be actually run by the Pokemon company. And so the kind of margin that these licensed brands expect has a direct impact on the quality of the product in a lot of cases, has been my experience. With that said, I mean, I think we've talked about, restaurant ideas before, and like Yvonne and I have talked about lots and lots of business ideas over the years. Like one idea that I had a while back that I thought would be super cool.
You can keep going.
Oh, okay.
After.
Is I wanted to create like Toddler Land. And so the idea was that it would be like an attraction for adults where you have this warehouse that you decorate the outside to look like a normal house, but everything is scaled up. You walk through a giant front door and you experience this entire environment like what it would be like to be thigh high to an adult. So there's like giant stairs and you can like sit and eat a meal at a giant table with giant cutlery, and like, I don't know, it'd just be like a weird, it'd be such a, like a, an Instagrammable like thing to do.
Have a big spoon on like suspension crane wires that like flies food towards you.
Not even that. No, I hadn't gotten that far because that would be a lot of work.
It'd be sweet though.
Mostly it was just going to be creating a giant environment. It was kind of inspired by these upside down houses that you can go to.
Yeah.
But just like...
Have you ever been to Dark Table?
I have.
Yeah. I like those types of experiences personally.
Would the meals also be giant portions? Yeah. I mean, sure. Yeah, I'd be down. Like you source produce that's like oversized and stuff. And like, I don't know. I don't know. It's just like wacky ideas. Kind of
neat. I've always had this kind of brainworm idea that like, if I finally just want to chill, I would like go, move further out than where we are now to a smaller area, and then open just like a very small corner cafe diner thing like Luke in Gilmore Girls, and just like do that.
Interesting.
Just be like, I'm just going to chill now. And I would have to have enough money that it wouldn't have to be super profitable or maybe even profitable at all. because like those types of businesses are often.
You'd want to buy the property outright.
Yep.
Maybe find one that's commercial zoned on the bottom and then live above it kind
like
of thing.
He does
Yep.
in Gilmore Girls. Exactly.
Are you a Gilmore Girls fan?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Huh.
Yep.
Hold on. Okay. Let's play a game.
Sure. I mean, I haven't watched it in a long time, but yeah.
Well, yeah, it hasn't been airing for a long time.
Like, are you like quizzing me?
No, I'm not going to quiz you. I've only seen bits and pieces. I'm just trying to figure out the game I want to play is I want to try to guess what it is that you like about it.
Okay.
So I think you probably like the smart, snappy dialogue.
Yes.
The one-liners.
Absolutely. Very much so. That's a huge part of the draw. It's not the only draw.
Yeah. No, that's why I started there. I think you like probably the relatively realistic and believable character interactions. It's very dramatic as a show, but it doesn't get into like, I cannot believe that any human would behave this way territory, I think, for the most part. I think that's kind of all you need.
It is very dramatic, but there's never usually like I don't think there's any like murders.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, oh my, how could, oh my goodness. It's like,
stays pretty grounded.
Yeah.
What else?
For me?
Yeah.
I'm answering now. Yeah, I found some of the characters pretty relatable. I found the mistakes that the characters go through or like the choices that I didn't agree with to feel very human, if that makes sense. Like, I might not have agreed with the choice that this one person did, but
yeah,
I could see them doing it. Or I could see like one of my friends like doing this thing.
I found Rory insufferable.
Often, yeah.
I just like it. Like,
she's not my favorite character.
Sometimes there's characters that I dislike enough as people that I just kind of have a hard time watching the show, and I just found her extremely difficult to be around.
In my opinion, and someone in chat said this, but I'm not actually just copying them. It's also my opinion. The show is about Lorelai and Luke.
Right.
And I didn't like Luke just because he shares my name.
You're not that shallow?
No, not quite.
Because I definitely...
and his character's just...
I root for any character named Linus. I get so few W's, Luke.
There isn't that many Lukes either, but the ones that I do have are pretty cool.
You literally have an apostle. I don't want to hear about it.
I have that. Skywalker's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Luke from Gilmore Girls is pretty based.
Yeah. I don't want to hear about it.
We've got it going on. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a good show. I find some people might not even like this, but I don't care. I find a lot of modern media is like it's all about the grays, like, you know, the evil guys, you should probably like them a lot, and the good guys are like actually really bad, and we're gonna make sure that you come out of this learning something and having moral questions, and like sometimes I just want to watch something and be like, cool.
Yeah, the Nazis lost.
Yeah,
and that's good.
Good. Like, I just leave it alone. I don't. Anyways, and there's another form of content that aligns with that whole concept, which is just where it's like relatively casual, and you actually just want to relax and watch something. And I think Gilmore Girls falls in line with that. There's a Canadian show where it follows a family that owns it's like a convenience store or something.
Oh, Kim's Convenience.
Kim's Convenience.
Yeah.
I like Kim's Convenience.
Okay.
For, I think, similar but not the same reasons why I like Gilmore Girls. I thought Gilmore Girls was better, but I still thought Kim's Convenience was pretty good. Yeah. It wasn't something like Kim's Convenience wasn't something I was going to sit down and watch dedicated.
Sure. But if it was on.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
And like Gilmore Girls was somewhat similar. I used to watch Gilmore Girls because the computer at my parents' house was in the family room where the TV was. So like my mom would be watching Gilmore Girls or whatever, and it was good enough that I would like headphones off and like actually pay attention to it while I'm doing other things. Slice of life shows, yeah, they're chill. Slice of life shows, or you can go on the dramatic level and have more intense topics, but I often do like it when it's like, yeah, the Nazis lost and the Nazis are bad. There's a time and place for the morally gray, learn things, question things content, but it's so constant these days. It's just like, man, relax. I don't I actually just want to chill. The world has enough of this already. Have you looked at politics at all? I don't need more of that, personally. My goodness.